Hey everybody, welcome to my programless YouTube channel. Today's episode is something a little different, something I haven't done before. It's kind of like a collector's kind of toy video, unboxing kind of video thing. It's May 7th, 2020, so we are still dealing with the whole coronavirus thing in the everywhere. So a lot of that means not going out very much, and can't hit up the vendor malls for your old school fix for toys and collectibles. eBay prices are a little much for a lot of things. So I've been sorting through things, and part of that has brought some good feelings in, just going through old toys and looking at them as I'm putting them in their spots wherever they're going to go, if it's going to be in storage or on display. A lot of them have been fun to play with the kids. Today's unboxing, re-unboxing of stuff that I already have is this little beauty. This is a recipe card box, I believe, Circus 1988. Oh wow, it says on the bottom, made in USA 1966. So this has been around for a while. This is something that I conned my mom out of when I was a kid to keep my G.I. Joes in, because it's olive drab. Yeah, so it's army stuff. And of course, collections kind of outgrow, their holders or whatever. So this doesn't have G.I. Joes in it. There was a certain point where it became a holder for accessories, and all the little pieces that you lose along the way. And because I did that, I got to keep a lot of my little pieces along the way. I always tried to take care of my toys and stuff, but I mean, stuff happens. G.I. Joes are particularly breakable toys. The more posable, movable it's going to break. It's like a piece of machinery. The more moving parts, the more likely you're going to have something break. And let me just show you a little bit real quick. This isn't going to be the focus. We're going to do this kind of in chunks. A little bit of the G.I. Joe collection. Probably not the best angle here, but there's some broken ones here that I'm getting ready to rubber band up and fix. And got a medic here for them, so they're going to be okay. This guy here, Captain Gridiron, he has been my favorite for a long time, and just today, his crotch piece broke whenever I was trying to put him up in this little display. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to glue that on. He's lost his little soldier. So if you take a quick glance here among the Joes, you see this guy here. That's a Duck Dynasty figure. That's Willie from Duck Dynasty. I was not a fan of the show. I really can't say that I've watched it, but as a man with a beard and long hair and, I don't know, a nose, and often wearing headbands and blue jeans and shoes, and yeah, I've done the douchey suit jacket over a regular shirt thing too, so I'll admit that. People used to tell me all the time, "You look just like Willie." And as much as I hated it, when I saw this guy, I had to get him, because that was about as close as I could get to just having my own custom G.I. Joe made for, $7 in Walmart. So I was happy with that. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you patched up. All right. So, snap back to reality. Oh, mystery box. This isn't just G.I. Joe stuff, although I know there's a lot of G.I. Joe stuff in here. I haven't looked in this in a very, very long time. I just peeked in here the other day whenever I took it out of storage, because I wanted to confirm that it was what I thought it was. And so I know a little bit of what's in here, but a lot of this is going to be kind of a surprise to me. So we get to kind of share in that. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, right away, we've got childhood treasure right here. Okay. Most of you know what this is, and depending on where you grew up, it tells a lot about what you think this is. I grew up in South Texas. It's a citrus bag, right? This is what citrus comes in. You know, I mean, at the grocery store, that's how it comes and whatever. But, you know, like that's what I was used to seeing it for. But, you know, family up here in Indiana, we'd always come up and visit and we go mushroom hunting, and poof, mushroom hunting bag. It's great. And the spores can fall out and you're seeding the whole forest and you can go back. But this is also wicked cool, like action figure net, or like you could have like G.I. Joes and you fire it over them and you catch them like they did on the cartoon because they could never hit anything with their guns. Or you could like take it and like with like dinosaurs or Jurassic Park stuff, you know, the same thing. It's a net. I mean, it's a net. I don't know what else to tell you it's going to do. You could get like Bible action figures and like have like where the fishermen put the net out on the other side of the boat and you can play out a Bible scene. There's a lot of fun to be had in an old orange bag. This thing has probably been in this green box at least since like maybe 1993 or something. Okay, this is cool. I was looking for this. This is a snowboard for one of my G.I. Joe guys. He was another one of my favorites. Hopefully I won't break his dick off. But I remember, gosh, I can't even think of his name right now. The thing that stood out the most for me when I bought him was that on his file card, it said he was from Brownsville, Texas, which was like the area that I lived in. So I thought that was cool. Like, hey, there's a G.I. Joe from my area. I'm going to put him up here with me, G.I. Joe. On a snowboard doing wicked knack-knacks. Got a He-Man axe from the new He-Man line. And another He-Man axe from the new He-Man line. I say new, that was probably like 2001 when I got that. It's a Batman cape. It probably has a home somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, that is from Skeleton Warriors. I don't think I have that toy anymore, but I've got this guy. His web shield is like a skeleton guy. I forgot what this is. It looks really kind of Terminator or Aliens kind of figure related. It looks like in Looney Tunes when the guns would get hot and they just... What I just did there probably pissed off a lot of toy people. He-Man sword. These have obviously all been kind of... They need to be kind of laid out. I'm a different kind of toy guy. Like, I've got toys that are in boxes, but I'm not that, you know, I can't open the box. Like, one of the things that I really enjoy doing is sometimes going to a comic store or something and, you know, nothing extravagant, but like maybe getting some like collector's thing that's in on a back shelf or whatever. You got to ask the guy to get it, and it's like, you know, can I have that He-Man toy or whatever? And it's, you know, something that has been in the box since the 80s, and buy it and immediately open it at the counter in front of them, and it just the look on their face is great, and I'm just like, no, it's mine, I'm playing with it. So I like playing with toys. I've given my kids a lot of my toys. I think the reason mainly why the G.I. Joes haven't been something is just because they're so easy to break, which I proved today. He-Man shield. Gotta have the shield. I think this might be one of the guns that actually came with Captain Gridiron. He'll rest easy in the medic tent knowing that we've got his firearm. This feels like another Skeleton Warriors kind of thing. It's got a skull, wicked awesome skull, like it's just like, yeah. Looks like Power Ranger plate, like protect his neck from Green Ranger. Feels like Ninja Turtles, I'm gonna say. Got a lot of He-Man shields. Darth Maul's dual lightsaber. Wicked awesome. This feels like something from like Spider-Man, maybe. I think I don't have that one in here. I didn't promise these videos would be good either. I want you to know. But you're welcome. Go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm not going to draw a button. I think the thing is down that way. Or the bell. That'd be great. You know, fantastic. We'll meet again. And next time it might be a video about, I don't know, gardening or something. It's coming up. This I know goes with Captain Gridiron. Flipping missile launcher on a rifle. Where's this? I want that Second Amendment. Hobgoblin glider. That's awesome. That's a lot of fun. Looks like something that maybe shot out of Robin's back in some stupid Batman line. Then finding a lot of these Skeleton Warriors things and not finding the figures. I don't know where they're at, but it's cool kind of going down memory lane and finding that stuff. I like to do like mashups a lot when I was a kid. I wouldn't just do like just Power Rangers or just G.I. Joes together. There would be like, you know, mashup weeks of Transformers with like wrestlers or whatever. It was a lot of fun. I mean, let's see. Some Carnage from Spider-Man, Spooge. You gotta have that. Shielding McShield from some Night Thing. This might honestly, I wonder if this is from a Bible toy. I honestly wonder. Maybe someone can tell me what this is for. Painful Carnage shaped Spooge. A fireball missile. Maybe we'll find what fires out of that. A backpack, if I'm not mistaken, from Jurassic Park. The Ellie Sattler figure. If I may go ahead overboard on the nerd train there. And if anybody wants to leave comments down below correcting me, go ahead. I probably am not going to read that. I'm just kidding. I'll read it. I don't know what that is. That's probably, you know, dear asshole. That's Robert Muldoon's backpack. This, I think, came from a character from a redo of the Land of the Lost TV show. It was on in the 90s. It was like a hot jungle babe character that they all like discovered living in the Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost. I think what I'm finding now, we're digging down into past here. Speaking of Land of the Lost, I think that these rocks may have been part of a toy. I think it was the ape character. It's called Stink. throw the rocks. I don't know if any of this is right. This is all from my very fuzzy memory of, childhood, but this is great. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. This I know is from Jurassic Park because it looks like a weird kind of sex toy, and it was never in the movie. And all those toys were always just something ridiculous. I should just do a video on Jurassic Park toys. It was ridiculous, like how many things that like it doesn't look like the character. Why do they have a radio? When they're not anybody who would have had a radio or a gun. Why does this character have a gun? But so I don't know. There's probably a story with that some like production company was like, oh, we have all these molds for these Star Wars toys that don't work with these heads for this Wesley Snipes movie that didn't get made, and well, they're Jurassic Park toys now. Feels like a Jurassic Park piece, something broken off of one of them. I know that's a Jurassic Park piece. I know that that's a rocket out of one of the things, like one of the vehicles. Or maybe that's Spider-Man. This is from Jurassic Park. I know that because Jurassic Park had this wicked thing for some odd reason. Like I will definitely, like I wouldn't have said this when I was a kid trying to get my parents to let me see Jurassic Park or read the book. Bad decision for a kid anyway. The book is definitely different than the movie, and the movie's enough. But it was always just so mind-blowing as a 10-year-old. Like all of the toys had to do with some sort of, like I realized like genetics was a big part of it. Like this thing, like you shoot the missile at the dinosaur and then it collects its blood. Or like the dinosaurs would have tearaway pieces and have blood and bones show, and like I don't know, like again, like were they just kind of like, well, we have all these molds, but I don't know, like could we just make it so that like some of the pieces broke out and you could see its insides, like they're fighting? I think kids would like that, like if the dinosaurs were fighting. I liked it. I bought into it. Diving knife for Cable from X-Men, if I'm not mistaken. Weird the things I remember. I'm never going to get away with forgetting something important now. This is a button. I think this is like from before Beyblades and all that. It's like a Street Fighter. I remember that there was like a ripcord that you spun in. It had like a like a little arena. Basically, you're spinning things out like it was Crossfire, and you're, I don't know. It was the 90s. It was the days of Pog. We were gonna buy anything. Feels Ninja Turtle-ish. Not real sure. Oh yeah, that definitely goes to one of my G.I. Joe guys. Freaking Civil War cannon for some reason in there. A lot of this was just, basically catch-all for small toys as well. I'm not sure what this is exactly too. It looks like it'd be for like a taller doll, like a 12-inch G.I. Joe, but I wasn't really super into those, so I didn't have a lot of them. But I mean, that's kind of what it looks like to me. It's a G.I. Joe gun. I bet there's a missile in here for it. Here's a tiny violin to play your sad song on. That's the chair creaking, by the way, not me farting. Little pins that came with Spider-Man toys. So you could like be fashionable when you're like a 9-year-old kid. More Carnage shapes. More Spider-Man pins. All right, this had to happen. I'll get you, Spider-Man. No way, Doc Ock. Not today. Okay, that was great. Awesome. Let's do it. Everybody, coming this fall, Spider-Man. Something to stand your G.I. Joe on. This, I know exactly where this goes. This is a shoe that goes to a little collectible bear figure. I had a bunch of them when I was a kid. I always called them HEB bears because where I bought them was HEB. I bought a lot of toys at the grocery store. What I understand from people still back down that way, HEB has become like the super Walmart of that area, and that's really cool. I want to go see how many collectible bears they have. But this is another piece of a toy that's hung on for a long time because I probably got these when I was like 3. And this is probably something that went to like a doctor or something like that. They're all characters and you could change their clothes. My kids have them now. They were suede. The suede's kind of wearing off. They were awesome toys though. More missiles. Some Batman missiles. I hope I have the gun for this. This one's cool. I remember this. This was like, it would like sit in, and then when it fired, it would be like that. Little stand thing for more G.I. Joes. More Skeleton Warrior stuff. Now there's another Street Fighter rock'em, sock'em, spin'em boy. I'm pretty certain, not 100% certain, but I'm pretty certain that this is from the Mario Brothers movie. And for you kids out there who don't know what I'm talking about, we asked for something, and this is what we got when we were kids. We wanted this, the Mario Brothers movie, and I think it's still a beautiful thing. I mean, it's a part of our culture now, truly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. Some kind of goofy punching thing. Got some crutches. It's probably from a wrestling figure. Got like a harpoon. That's probably from a Moby Dick figure set. The front plate of the Green Ranger. Let me tell you, I was slow to adopt the Green Ranger, okay? I did not like this newcomer that was coming in and shaking things up in the group. You know, I was not Team Tommy right off the bat. I've made my peace with it, and as a 36-year-old man with opinions on the Power Rangers, Tommy's okay by me. So there's probably one of the most worthless opinions that you could have, but 2 of those missiles. I feel like this is probably like some Star Wars Emperor electricity something. Yeah, I don't even know, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's Skeleton Warriors just because it feels that way. More Spider-Man jewelry. every fifth grader needs. It's like a platform for something. Got definitely some wrestler stuff. Got like a boot. I've got like a little dumbbell. G.I. Joe helmet I've been looking for. Thank you very much. Got a lot of Spider-Man jewelry, fam. Not bragging. I'm just saying. I think that's another Land of the Lost thing. Some rock bludgeoner to kill lizard people with. Speaking of lizard people, this video probably won't get taken off of YouTube because I'm not going to share any ridiculous, unsafe things about public health. Y'all wash your hands and mind your business and don't spread coronavirus. There's your, I don't know, I guess I got to put in a PSA. It's a big deal, for real though. So stay at home, play with your toys. Not sure what that is. If anybody can tell me what that is, that'd be cool. That feels kind of Land of the Lost too, but it's all, I'm anything I can't find the actual, real thing about, I'm gonna say is Skeleton Warriors. So I need to get a bunch of Skeleton Warriors toys and just dress them up in whatever the hell I think that is. I feel like that's Ninja Turtles. Looks like something made out of rock. Somebody tell me what that goes to. I've lost track over the years. Lost track in my old age. This probably goes with the Batman with that wicked missile thing. This probably goes with one of my snow camo G.I. Joes. Never noticed how ridiculous it looks to hold a tiny gun in your big hand, but it does. Lots of backpacks and things like that. One of those throwing rocks. Yo. Let's get real old school. You ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Marbles. There's marbles in here. This thing, amazingly enough, I held on to through all of my childhood. We played for keeps, ladies and gentlemen. There wasn't none of this, oh, that's my marble, it's engraved with my name on it. My mom said I had to bring home all my marbles. Yeah, no. It got rough. And this shiny guy right here got me out of a lot of tight spots. Me and him, we're going to take a trip to Vegas one of these days and we're going to win the Marble International Champions. There's a cat eye in there. And I think this is just kind of a polished glass kind of thing. The marble enthusiast. I bet there is. I bet there is. I bet there's a marble enthusiast YouTube channel. I bet there's like marble enthusiast, like Rule 34 porn. You know it exists. I mean, people are into all kinds of stuff. Now, I don't judge, but anyway. More backpacks. Looks like that's probably something off of a G.I. Joe. Looks like probably held missiles or something in it. I didn't say it was ever going to be a good video. More G.I. Joe guns. Looks like maybe that fires lasers. They all fired lasers, didn't they? This thing. Single shot rocket. Dumb as hell. But, I mean, if you get one shot, I guess it's a rocket. This, obviously, a G.I. Joe weapon. Looks like maybe, if I could find like an Ice Cube figure and fit in his hand, that'd be kind of cool. There's an E-Honda spinner from that spin fighting thing. A lot of times I find broken pieces. And it's odd. The things I can't remember, like which gun goes with which G.I. Joe or even what toy series something came from. I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. This is the spring from the Super Mario Brothers 3 McDonald's toy pop-up Mario raccoon suit thing that had like a suction cup, and you pushed it down, and then after a while the tension from the spring pushed the suction cup up and it would go, and then yeah, so that one broke off of mine. Looks Ninja Turtle-ish. That may be like a Star Wars thing. I'm not sure. That's a little bit big for G.I. Joe. More Street Fighter, Wham-em, Slam-ems. I was into all that stuff. I was into Pogs, man. I probably still have my Pogs. That's. I don't regret saving a lot of things, but it's hard for me to admit something like that. I probably still have my Pogs. This is interesting. I'm not 100% sure what toy line that's from, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's Skeleton Warriors. Peter Parker's, "Here, got a camera. Hey, Mary Jane, I will take a picture of you because you look pretty." Another one of those rocks. I don't know why they thought that, like, I mean, give me something else, you know, toy company. Give me something besides 6 rocks. I mean, for real. 6 rocks. All this isn't necessarily just toys from my childhood. This also became a catch-all because whenever I started having kids, there were certain accessories and stuff that came with toys that were too tiny for a kid to play with. So it would, you know, go in the tiny toy box to be brought out later. Well, I guess I missed a little bit of time because she probably could have had this by now, but this tiny little rubber penguin that came from something, I'm going to put aside for her, and she'll be so excited. She loves tiny little cute toys. I liked that a lot when I was a kid because I grew up traveling a lot, and so didn't have a lot of room for things. I was never really into, like, you know, a lot of bigger toys because I didn't have room for a lot of toys. I think that's part of the reason why I like stuff like G.I. Joes and figures and stuff so much, because, you know, you could just, you know, have a bunch of them and they didn't take up a lot of space. I love like Micro Machines. I want to do one of these on Micro Machines. Mad Max, stuff like that, or Mighty Max. Mighty Max. Those are cool. Mad Max is the dog food. This